Digest.tv. Pro Stock feature, first one's out of the gate tonight. Taylor Dockstader's number 60 will be inside row number 1. Outside him will be the 57K of Kevin Federle. Row number 2 to the inside, that'll be the 28 of Burton Ward. And outside him will be the X15 of Tyler Bushy. Your third row has the number 1X of Mike White on the inside. Outside him will be Mike Durham in the number 4 machine. And the shotgun on the field will be the 14R of Sid Harmer Jr. 15 laps will be the distance for the Pro Stocks here this evening. Field down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time. My apologies, thought we were getting ready to go to green, but white flag will be out over the field. The Fabco Dirt Car Pro Stocks here tonight for their feature. Once again, want to say happy birthday to Fred Tintarski from Fabco. He's here at the track up in his booth tonight, and we do want to say happy birthday to Fred as he celebrates his 90th birthday here. Fred, the owner and operator of a Fabco. They build custom trusses, building trusses for all your needs, floor trusses, roof trusses. They do it all out there in the Fabco Park just off Route 3 in Watertown, headed out towards Black River. So track safety lights going off. We get ready to go to green here with your Fabco Dirt Car Pro Stock 15-lap feature here at the Can-Am Speedway. Down into turn number 3 and 4, Mike LeClaire getting ready to turn the ponies loose. Our first feature of the evening. Green flag is in the air. Off turn number 1 and 2, they will go for the very first time. Dockstader out to the head of the field. Federle settles into spot number 2. Then it'll be the X15 of Bushy. Burton Ward looks inside Bushy off turn number 3 and 4. The number 14R of Sid Harmer jumps out of line. He'll go to the top side of the racetrack. He'll come to the high side of Burton Ward. They'll be side by side turn number 3 and 4. Down to the inside. Bushy continues to hold on to that third spot. Going up the hill this time was Federle in the 57. Opened the door for a second. Bushy couldn't get to him, and now the Sid Harmer number 14R works outside him. They'll go to turn number 3 and 4. Harmer way up the hill this time, gets it wound up to the outside. He'll take over spot number 3, and now spot number 2 as he'll go to the outside of the Federle number 57K. Off turn number 4, down the backstretch they will go. Dockstader, your leader. The 14R, Sid Harmer Jr. had problems in the heat race. He's all the way up to spot number 2. Tyler Bushy looks to the inside of Kevin Federle's number 57, side by side. They'll come off turn number 4, down the front stretch they will come. And then it's Mike White trying to slide underneath the Burton Ward number 28. Ward able to hold him off this time as they go off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Back up front, we got a challenge for the lead, and down the backstretch we got a new leader as the 14R of Sid Harmer finds his way out in front of the field. He'll take him down to turn number 3 and 4. Jumps out of line, comes down the front stretch. Harmer, your leader, followed by the number 60 of Dockstader. Bushy up to that number 3 position as he'll get in front of Kevin Federle off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go. Down into turn number 3 and 4, Burton Ward gets back in front of Mike White. He'll hold on to spot number 5 as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. White's going to look right back to the inside, though, as they go down into turn number 3 and 4 down to 1 and 2. He'll come to the bottom. Mike White tried to get underneath Burton Ward. Ward slammed the door shut on him. As they came off turn number 2 down the back stretch, they went. Back up front, Dockstader trying to reel in your leaders. They work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Continues to be Sid Harmer Jr. about 2 car lengths out in front of Taylor Dockstader down into turn number 3 and 4. Dockstader trying to close that gap, gets within striking distance once again. Harmer right through the middle of the speedway, able to keep his foot right in the throttle, drives down into turn number 1 and 2. Bushy chases him this this time as they go to turn at number 2. Bushy by himself in that third spot, followed by the 57K of Kevin Federle, the 28 of Burton Ward. Then it's the 1X of Mike White and Mike Durham rounding out the field in the number 4 machine. Off turn number 4 this time, cross flags are out. We are going to be halfway home. Work off turn number 2. Taylor Dockstader still trying to close that gap. That time off turn number 2, the 14R of Sid Harmer got a good run down the backstretch. He'll open up about a 4-car advantage as they come off turn number 4 down in front. Bushy settling back, as I said, into that number 3 position by himself as he has opened up about a 4-car advantage over the Kevin Federle number 57K as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go. Burton Ward continues to hold on to spot number 5 with Mike White working all over the backside as they go to turn number 3 and 4. White trying to close that gap, trying to turn it down to the inside off turn number 4. Can't quite get there. Will get the nose up along the 28 of Burton Ward. Now to turn number 1 and 2. He'll slide underneath them, try to come alongside. Ward's going to get a good run off turn number 2. He'll hold on to spot 5 down the backstretch. The best battle on the field, it is for 5 and 6 as they work off turn number 4 as the 14R of Sid Harmer Jr. now has opened up about a 4-car advantage over Taylor Dockstader off turn number 2. Down the back they will go. Bushy about 8-car lengths, 10-car lengths back from that battle down the backstretch. And now Mike White and Burton Ward continuing that battle for spot number 5. Ward continues to hold him off as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Mike White looks to the inside, comes right up to the back bumper of the Ward number 28. Burton Ward right in the middle of the speedway. Car in front of him will be the 57 of Federle. Federle trying to hold on to spot number 4 has got company. A couple of fast guys on the back bumper as they work through turn number 3 and 4. Parallel flags coming out down the front stretch with 2 more laps around for the 14R of Sid Harmer Jr. Here's that battle for the 5th spot down the front stretch. It continues to be Burton Ward putting pressure on the 57K of Kevin Federle off turn number 2. They will go, but back up front, white flag will be waving. Sid Harmer Jr. is going to bring him off turn number 4, racing down the front stretch. He'll go to turn number 1 and 2 all by himself. He'll take him off turn number 2 down the backstretch. He will head towards the north end of the speedway for the final time. Working into turn number 3 and 4. It is the 14R of Sid Harmer Jr. out of Gouverneur, New York. He'll drive down the front stretch. Harmer's going to score the win. Taylor Dockstader finishes second. Third will be Tyler Bushy in the number 15 machine. Bushy's going to come home in that third spot. He'll be followed by of Kevin Federle, the 28 of Burton Ward, the 1 of Mike White, and the number 4 of Mike Durham.
Good job, guys.
Well, we got an all St. Lawrence County victory lane here for our first 2 features of the night. Your Fabco Dirt Car Pro Stock feature winner is the number 14R of Sid Harmer Jr. Sid, you were missing in action last week, but it looks like you didn't forget how to get around here.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, we just had work last week, and so I heard Mike White wish I was here last week, so I was here this week. Give him a run for his money. I don't know, track was spot on for being fast. It was smooth and wide open, so I just can't thank these guys enough. I think my 2 little girls are actually the ones that helped me with this car all week to get it going. Peyton and Brindley, they actually washed it, helped me change the springs and stuff in the car, so that was pretty cool. They got to enjoy that. I wish they were here to enjoy it, but maybe next time.
Now, you had problems in the heat race out here. Had a problem getting the car going. What was the deal?
Yeah, I had some debris in the fuel. It was breaking down, so we ended up cleaning it, and good run, Tim. We ended up getting it squared away, so that worked out for us.
Anybody you want to thank, Sid?
Yeah, I gotta thank GNR Auto Parts, the Fullers down there that help us out a lot. Donnelly Estates, IQ Engines, Sunset Boulevard, Camp Rentals, Trips Fuel. I don't know anybody else. The guy that does the shocks there, Fox Shocks. Just everybody on this car, and I gotta thank my crew, Nelson and Danny, and everybody else that helps, and my dad and Vern and everybody else.
Congratulations, back to victory lane once again, Sid Harmer Jr.